Every year around this time, I'm ready to get out of my winter funk. The days are getting brighter, spring is coming, so I want my routines to shift too. And if you're anything like me, this season brings the perfect time for a little spring reset. So here are 5 simple things that always help me get out of a winter slump.
Hi guys, welcome back. Woke up to a crisp 30 degrees this morning, so it is slowly starting to feel like spring. This weekend it is supposed to be in the 60s, 70s, which is amazing. I'm excited to do a little bit of yard work. I have some fun spring plans in the works. So we are just slowly getting there. I feel like March is such a weird month here in Denver. It can be snowing, freezing cold one day, and then literally 70 degrees the next, and sunny and beautiful. You never really know what you're going to get in March, but we kind of love it because that's what makes the flowers bloom. The grass is starting to get greener here and there's some flowers popping up throughout Denver. So getting very, very excited for spring. And I thought I would do a little spring reset, spring vlog. I have some new sheets coming in the mail that are like super colorful and bright. I have a whole backyard reset in mind. We lived in our house for about 3.5 years at this point, and we've completely renovated the inside and love how that has turned out, but we have not touched the backyard at all. Granted, we're pretty lucky. We inherited a backyard that someone took pretty good care of, but it's just little bare bones. There aren't a lot of plants back there. The fence is starting to get very dingy, so I kind of want to paint it. All in all, we just don't use our backyard space as much as I would like to. And with having a toddler now that is just wanting to run and play and be outside all day, and like hopefully we'll be able to grow our family this coming year, I just want a backyard space that feels like a sanctuary. I have so many ideas in mind that I'm like going all over Pinterest and just getting super inspired. I look at some of these backyards and I'm just like, my jaw is on the floor at how stunning they are. And basically, I just want a place where I can go out at 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, have a little bit of a quiet time, hear the birds chirp, cuddle up on a comfy outdoor sofa, and just enjoy being outside. I think that's one thing that is a little difficult living in a city is you're just not as close to nature, not as easily close to nature. Yeah, I can go to a park, but there's something about just having a little sanctuary in your backyard that connects you with nature a little bit more. So excited to get the ball rolling on that project. Unfortunately, phase 1 is going to just be a lot of cleaning up old leaves, old dirt. We have some rocks we have to get rid of, but hopefully in upcoming videos, I'll have some more fun updates to share. Later on, I think I'll share a little bit more of like what my vision is and my inspo and our overall plans. I gave my husband a whole entire presentation to get him on board, and I think he's on board with it. So we'll just see kind of like what our budget is and how much we can get done. Anyway, my husband is on Penelope duty this morning, so I'm getting in a little bit of a workout. I don't know about you, but I feel like anything up until this point in terms of having a healthy routine, eating healthy, getting in a good workout is so hard because it's dark. Thank God daylight savings is this weekend. You're also getting sick. I think all of February I was sick, and then my toddler was sick, and my husband is sick, and I just feel like trying to have some sort of New Year's resolution or New Year's reset when it comes to your physical health is so hard. So we are going to the gym this morning, trying to get back into a good workout routine, trying to get back into eating healthier. Here's something that we do that I feel like has helped us keep in a routine, and I'm not sure if this could work if you have more than one kid. For us, we alternate mornings with who is responsible for Penelope and getting her all ready for school. So Monday and Friday, I have the mornings to go work out, and then Tuesday and Thursday, my husband has the mornings to go work out, and Wednesdays we kind of tag team. So this gives both of us at least 2 days a week where we are dedicated to our physical health and can go to the gym and get a workout in, and the other one is responsible for Penelope. This might not work for all parents and all schedules, and some people might have to do the evening versus the morning, but this is something that's really helped us prioritize our physical health. We will see what happens when another baby comes around, but I feel like that's just what you have to do with working out. You have to find the little consistencies where you can, because having kids, you just never know what life is going to throw at you. Routines get thrown off all the time. But right now, that is something that is really helping, and trying to stay on top of my supplements. I showed earlier in this video, I got a Dosi, which is basically just like an aesthetic pill organizer. And I'm notorious for forgetting to take my medication and my supplements. So that has been really helpful too. So just like little things that I'm tweaking to kind of help stay on top of my routine, especially as a mom where my mind is all over the place and it's really easy to forget things or just get thrown off. But we're gonna get our workout in. I'm gonna drop P off at school and then I'm gonna hit up Target and see what their spring selection is. I don't need a lot from Target. I'm trying to be really minimal with my seasonal decor, but I do need a new outdoor doormat and maybe just some little plants to kind of spruce it up a little bit. I also don't know about you, but I feel like fall and then spring are the times of year where I just get so excited for dressing myself and putting fun outfits together for a new season. So I was thinking about including some spring fashion inspo at the end of this video. Hopefully it's starting to get warm where you are. At least for me, I'm starting to break out more of my colorful clothing. I'm noticing that I'm starting to accumulate a lot more bright colors, pinks and blues and whites and yellows. And I'm just so excited for spring. Bring on all the color. I'm ready for winter to be over. But for now, we're gonna go get in a little workout.
So much snow! Okay, here's all that I got at Target. I was trying to be a lot more intentional, and so I didn't get that much. Mostly just some stuff for the front porch. I swear I can't go by the Hearth and Home Magnolia section without falling in love with something. I did really need a welcome mat. Our welcome mat's pretty old and I needed one for a video that I'm shooting. So we got that, and then I found, I like the whole layering vibe underneath a doormat. So I got this one to go underneath it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But our patio is chipping, there's paint coming off. So I try to cover it up as much as possible with rugs and things. And then for on either side of the doormat, I found these little, I guess, olive tree pots. These were in the Studio McGee section. I feel like these will be kind of nice. I won't have to worry about watering them because they're fake. And they had a mini version too. So I'll probably do 2 on either side and then the mini one on one side. Cute little reading light because I wake up before my toddler and God forbid I turn a light on the house. So I got this so that I can read my books in the dark. Then I need to replant my birds of paradise. It is not doing great. So I got this little pot to put it in that I feel like is kind of fun, add some color to our kitchen. I'm trying to get better about color, guys. I can't wait to show you the bedding I bought. Actually, I feel like this is kind of a clue into what the bedding looks like that I got. And then I found this brand last year called Rosy Soil. This one's for houseplants, but they have succulents. I think they might have outdoor soil too. I could be wrong. But I feel like I had a lot of success last year with my plants, so I'm gonna repot my bird of paradise into this pot with this soil. Yeah, fun little spring finds at Target. Definitely was hard to not buy everything there. I need to be better about home decor. It's so easy to, I think, overdo it. I think I did pretty good. I feel like it could have been worse. Sometimes I go in there and I don't know, I lose consciousness sometimes. They do have really cute stuff for spring, but I want to save my budget for actually spending money on our backyard. I'm gonna go put these out. Yeah, I think it looks cute. Just a little bit of chipping of paint on our front porch, but I think it looks much nicer. I changed into my pajamas because I'm gonna film a cute little Instagram video, but I had this brand reach out to me called Piglet in Bed. I think it's a European home brand. I think they do pajamas, bedding, and I'm super excited because I got some bedding from them that is very spring. It's very fun. I'll show you a little bit of what I got. So So I'm doing a little bit of floral. My husband is not going to be happy about it, but I also am doing some stripes. This is the color that he requested. So we're going to do a little mix and match moment and make both of us happy. So it's kind of fun. On their website, it has like a simulator so you can put in the different patterns that you want and see how it looks before you order it. So if you've been wanting to build your own mix and match bedding bundle, then they make it super easy. This was so much fun to create, and I did 3 different patterns, which sounds kind of wild, but I think it's gonna work together really well, at least according to like the little mock-up that it showed me. I went with their linen selection. We just love sleeping in linen. I feel like it's so cool. It feels kind of like, has like a rustic feel to it. I don't know. And then this is gonna be the pattern of the duvet. So we have a gingham, blue and green gingham, little blue flowers, and then these green stripes. But I think it'll look cute, so I'm gonna put them on the bed and see how it looks. I swear I hate putting a duvet on. It is such a workout. I'm so out of breath. But once it's on, it's done. So far, I think it's so cute. Okay, I love how it turned out. Since we have this like concrete wall back here, I feel like it just softens everything a little bit, adding a little bit of flowers and stripes and color. I feel like otherwise it's just too industrial and too manly. I think it's so fun for spring, but still like really fits in with the room. We eventually want to get like a painting up here or something. It needs it so bad, but we still haven't found anything we like yet. And then I kind of just like tidied up the room a little bit, but I also want to do maybe like shelving up here or something, like this little painting on the ground, but it just feels like it's too small for the space. So I don't know. I don't really know what to do with this wall. It's so awkward, and I feel like the blinds or like curtains aren't really working anymore, but also I like to have them closed at night because it's kind of bright with like the street lights. So I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'm definitely not an interior designer. I'm still definitely trying to like figure out what works for this room and what works for our house, but just got to work with some of the little quirks that your home comes with. We don't eat it.
No, eat sourdough.
No eat sourdough. You can eat bread. We can't eat the dough. Two more. Okay, now we need to water.
Coffee.
Is there coffee in there? You're right, there is. Do you want to pour it in? Okay, get 2 hands, pour it in. Wow, we'll do slower next time, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you mix it.
It's all done.
All done.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Mommy help?
No.
Mommy can't help?
My turn.
So we're on our way to my least favorite store, Home Depot, but for good reason. We are redoing our backyard, and we're gonna start with, honestly, like this big patch of rocks that we inherited when we bought the house, and it just feels kind of unsafe. It doesn't look very nice, and probably gonna be a lot of work to get it out. So we're gonna need a wheelbarrow and probably a sturdier shovel, kind of dig out all the rock. And we also have so much mulch and leaves from last summer and fall that we need to clean up and get ready for planting plants and painting the fence, and a lot of fun house projects. So hopefully we can get in and out of Home Depot. I feel like every time I go to Home Depot, it's like going through a maze of so many things. Also gonna see if we can try to find a paint color for the fence. We're kind of torn between a muted green and maybe like a stone white. Since our house is white and black, I'm not sure that the green would really work, but we kind of have plans to eventually paint the house too, so trying to figure out what we can do in steps and stages. So stage 1, clean up the yard. They do have little shovels, look at it. Wait, it's so cute. How much is it? Ugh, I can't get it out. Please, do you need a little shovel?
This is your shovel.
I don't even think those are made for kids. I think they're just like really small shovels.
It is. It's probably like when it gives you something when you're on your hands, your knees.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll probably end up using it too, especially like in the garden.
Purple.
Or a shovel, careful. Cute, Peasy. As we could just get something like this to tile, to like trace out, not like this is kind of heavy, but like just a tile. That's the size we want to trace out like the checker on the patio.
Potentially. I want to do my cardboard idea with you because I think if you saw it, it would help make sense.
Okay.
Not that.
Excuse you. Picking out swatch colors is so much fun. It's also very overwhelming because it's easy to just get overwhelmed and not really know what you're wanting. But this is kind of what we're thinking for the fence and the shed. I kind of like the idea of maybe doing a little bit of like a darker color with a lighter color for the shed. Like one is the trim and one is the main color of the shed. But I think for the fence, we want to do something much lighter. So these are probably all a little bit too dark. We want it to kind of feel like a gray white morning zen. This is literally the vibe I'm going for. Maybe it's a sign, but my husband and I will have to agree on a color. But overall, I think we're doing something a little bit lighter and maybe like a darker color for a trim on the shed would be super cute. Let's go garden. We're gonna go in the backyard. There's our little yard work outfit. I picked this up at Goodwill. I just ran in really quick and it was $9. All right, Paisley, you ready to go garden? And I feel like my hunter boots will be perfect for this because I can easily wash them off. All showered and clean, and my toddler went down for a nap. So I figured now's a good time to chat about our plans for our backyard. I will insert a few little befores because it is not cute. Granted, we are just coming out of winter, so everything is brown and dead anyway. But one of the things about buying a house is you don't always get the perfect landscape. You might have an old fence or an old shed that needs some updating, and that's definitely the situation that we are in. So after living here for 3.5 years, we thought it was time to finally do something about our backyard. Actually ended up creating a little presentation for my husband to get him on board with what we're thinking. Phase 1 is going to be getting inspiration and cleaning up the yard. This involves getting all the dead leaves and mulch from last year. We have this really rocky area that is just very uncomfortable to walk on, not very safe with a toddler. So we're going to dig out a bunch of those rocks and replace them with something that's just a little safer and easier to walk on and will make us want to actually walk onto the backyard a lot more often. We also want to clean up the deck a little bit. Again, just get rid of old leaves. Once everything is cleaned up and ready to go, we're going to move on to phase 2, which is prepping and painting. So I actually didn't know this, but you can power wash your fence. If your fence is is looking gray and little moldy looking. Apparently you can pressure wash it and get it back to its almost original color. So once we pressure wash the fence and we see what color we're working with, we might stain it to like a lighter oak type of a wood color, or we might paint it. I really love the idea of like a very, very light olive, almost like olive white color. I just think it'll brighten up the backyard. It'll make it just look so much more inviting. And then I also want to paint the shed in the same color with maybe like a lighter like white trim or vice versa. Again, just kind of making it a little less of an eyesore and something that's like prettier to look at if we have to have a shed in our backyard. Phase 3, and this I saw on Pinterest and I was like, wait a minute, I think we can do that ourselves. So this is a little patio glow up by painting checkers into the floor. I think this would be super easy, probably would just take a weekend to do. First, we're gonna pressure wash it, and then we are going to stencil out with a piece of tile that is the size that we want, and then paint them white because our current patio is like a dark gray. Phase 4 is gonna be those rocks and pavers I was talking about. We have this area that divides our patio and our grassy backyard area. So we're gonna add some planters, some fake rocks. My husband had the idea of putting in a bird feeder, which I think is so cute and romantic. And then phase 5 is going to be adding some plants. So I spent today digging out all of the mulch and leaves and everything from where the plants are gonna go. So along our fence and along our house, we're gonna put in more of like a raised bed, and I really want plants that grow up, maybe some jasmine or tall, pointy like trees, something that just distracts from the fence. I feel like fences are just not, I don't know, they're just not cute. So I'm trying to find ways to bring more greenery in along the fence. And then I also want to find some planters to put along our stairs and where the bird feeder like little walkway area is. And I really love that look of just having tons of planters. I feel like it looks kind of chaotic, but it's intentional. And I feel like you can't go wrong with like, the more planters and the more plants that you have. It just looks so romantic and kind of reminds me of like being in Europe. And then the last phase is patio furniture. This is the last phase because we're gonna see how much money we have left in our budget. Patio furniture is very expensive, and right now we are very grateful that we have patio furniture that our next door neighbors gave us when they were moving out. So we do have places to sit on. Are they the most comfortable, and are we a little worried that they might break when we sit in them every season? Yes, but right now they function as decent patio furniture. So we're either going to get new patio furniture if we can afford it, or I'm going to try to revamp our current patio furniture, probably reinforcing it, definitely giving it a little bit of a paint job, maybe some new cushions, little things that don't cost as much as fully new patio furniture, but will definitely help give the overall backyard and patio area much more of a glow up. So big spring summer plans for our backyard, but I'm really excited about it. I just want to have a place where I go out there, I want to wake up, water my plants, and just feel a little bit more in nature. I think that's something that is a little hard about living in the city, is like, yes, you're so close to so many things, it's so easy to get around, but you do feel a little neglected from nature within everyday environment. So I think just having a little more plants, a comfortable place to sit out there, read a book, journal, meditate, do all the things. Obviously having a little bird bath with birds chirping is just like icing on the cake. So I think it'll be really fun. I'm super excited about it. My husband was definitely a little unsure because if you can relate, I have all these big ideas for our house and I start doing them and then he's usually the one that finishes them. But I actually had a lot of fun today. It was very meditative. Penelope helped the entire time. She loved it. The little shovel was 100% worth it. We found a little bucket that she could like carry dirt over to my husband and put it in the like dumpster, and it was so cute. So I'm so excited for our project. This is definitely going to be like a family activity every single weekend until it's done. The goal is to have it done by Penelope's birthday party, which is the weekend of April 11th. So it's a month away. That is 4 weekends away. I think we can get most of this done, probably not all of it, but I think anything will be an upgrade from what we have now.
So I figured I would share some spring outfit inspo, and because I'm going to be stepping further back, I am using a little microphone, which feels very weird for me. I don't know why. I have never tried the microphone trend, but if you guys hate it, I don't have to use a microphone, but I thought it would be better for the audio so you can
hear me when I'm talking about my outfits. In the spring and summer, I love doing fun color combos. So pink and blue, blue and yellow, blue and green. I don't know, it just makes me so happy to mix and match colors. I love a micro little crossbody for just my phone and wallet when I'm running, and then I make my husband carry the diaper bag. I was in Aritzia recently and I saw they had Aritzia Sperry collab. So I got myself some boat shoes because I don't know if you did this, maybe I'm aging myself, but I wore boat shoes all throughout high school and it kind of just felt a little nostalgic for me. So I got this classic pair. They also come with fun shoelaces you can mix and match. I think this pair comes with blue shoelaces, which would look super cute with this sweater. I think why I love spring and fall so much is you can really layer in both seasons. So always having a fun sweater or like a button down that you can just throw on and layer over different pieces is so ideal for the spring. I hope you guys aren't sick of this sweater yet because I'll probably be wearing it all spring and summer, but I am just loving fun stripes for spring. And I paired it with these yellow stripe linen pants from Target. I feel like the mix between a thick stripe and a thin stripe feels cohesive, but it's still fun. I will say, fair warning with these pants, they are a little see-through, so make sure you're wearing the right undergarments. And then I don't think I've shared this bag on here yet, but this is the LL Bean boat tote and I got it personalized to say unrushed. So just my little reminder to not be rushing out and about whenever I'm on the go. And then I love the crochet flat trend, just something different other than sandals, and the pop of blue is just a lot more fun than just a standard neutral color. And then it's just not spring without a super fun flowy skirt or a dress. I live for a maxi skirt and then like a light cardigan or a sweater moment. And then I just paired it with another pair of Sperry's, but I feel like this look goes well with like any shoe, a sneaker, a Birkenstock, obviously a sandal. Like this is a staple outfit for me in the spring, especially when it's still a little chilly out. And then for farmers markets, picnics, I got this raffia bag from Cezanne. What sold me on it was the 2 different strap lengths, and then you can cinch it closed so all of your stuff doesn't come out. And then our last outfit idea is just a simple chino short, a cardigan, and some boat shoes. I feel like this outfit is giving New England mom, but I love it. Super easy, super effortless. And then I just topped it off with the LL Bean boat tote mini. Great size for just the essentials, a book. So I hope that gives you guys a few little ideas and inspiration on what to kind of wear for spring. I will link everything down below and in my ShopMy. And if you haven't used ShopMy yet, I have been loving it. I feel like it's your own personal little website. I feel like they make it so easy to have everything in one place. So I try my best to link everything in my posts, in my YouTube, all in my ShopMy. And now they have an app that makes it even easier to shop. Like I don't only use it as a creator, I also use it as a shopper because they just make it so easy to discover new things, to save things. It's so easy to find everything in one place and it's all beautifully organized. So I'll put the link down below for you to download it and try it out and let me know what you think.